Okay, welcome back to the plate final. We got a surprise there, and the first pass has already been thrown. And we've got the London Amazons and Sacks in the City. In this plate final, London Amazons starting with the ball. They've made their way here by knocking out the Manchester Titans in the previous round. And we have Sacks in the City, who faced off in a semi-final for the plate against the Leeds Samurai. Some household names on the Sacks in the City team. Phoebe Schechter, Kate Brunvels, both European champions this summer in Limerick. Over on the other pitch, the fourth playoff game in the National Championship is underway. That's the Coventry Panthers and the Sheffield Giants. So as always, we will do our best to keep you up to date with everything that happens over on that pitch. But for now, it is just me up in the booth, and we're watching this Amazons fourth down as they progress. So Natalie Parker had a very good game earlier on, but has thrown a pick straight to Kate Brunvels. Debbie Wu with the tackle, but we're going to see just shy of first down. So the perfect position to be in for the Sacks offense to start. They've got 8 downs, but they only need to make it 26 yards. So Phoebe Schechter under center. So that brings up a first down. Phoebe trots back in. Phoebe drops the ball off short. Tackle made very swiftly there. So not a huge amount of forward momentum, but we are still moving towards the Amazons' end zone. So Kate Brunvels out on the left-hand side. Just bringing up our name sheet so we can get everyone's names and numbers correct. But we're having some council Wi-Fi issues as we get into this plate final. But still, if you are just joining us after your cup of tea break, 0-0, Brunvels sack on first down, on the first drive for the Amazons, sorry. And there she is again with the ball in hand, running towards the end zone, gaining good yardage and being stopped short of the no-run zone by maybe a foot. So, fourth down here as Sacks in the City look to gain the first points of the match. There's definitely some kind of contact there. It's a lovely throw and a catch to Kate Brunvels, but I'm pretty sure this is going to come back. For a shielding, which will cause us a turnover on downs. So, turnover on downs. Amazon's offense comes trotting back on. Obviously, no change for Saxon the City. We'll flash up the team sheets in a moment, so you can see everyone involved in today's festivities. Thank you, everyone who's been with us from just the back of 11 this morning. It's been a long day, but we're glad that you've chosen to share it with us. As Debbie Wu makes the catch from Natalie Parker, and we continue to advance the ball. No Charlotte Edgerly on offense yet, but oh no, she is there. She's hiding there, trotting out. She'll be the one that that Saxon City want to keep an eye on. They've got number 24, Kate Brunvels, lined up on her. Blitzing today, Kezzy Brown, as Debbie Wu makes another catch. And the tackle was made there by Megan McDonald. So back in. Parker drops it off in the middle, and it's another superb tackle there made by Megan McDonald. So the predictor in the comments bar is back open. It's currently at 50-50, I believe. So let us know who you think is going to take this one on. As there she is, we called her name earlier on. Edgerly makes 2 miss, but getting over there at the end. Once again, Megan McDonald with a great kind of flying tackle on the way out of bounds. Kezzy Brown on the blitz. Inside no run zone. Called by Rich McEwen, our head referee today. Later on, if you want some gossip, we have a 5-man ref crew for the final, all of whom are qualified flag refs. It might be the first time ever.
I don't believe you. I actually don't believe that we can get 5 qualified flag refs in the same place at one time.
Some kind of wormhole opening. So, incompletion there. That's going to bring up 4th down. Looking at the defensive calls coming in from the sideline. Timeout called by coach at the sideline. Kenny Bello.
They called an ISO defense, and I don't think they like the matchup of the Amazons' potentially best receiver in Charlotte against whoever that was on the outside for Sax. Number 12, I believe it was. I think it's Dora.
Yeah, Dora Bogdan. So we'll just see how we shake up. Still 0-0, so a good timeout to take, and make sure we can try and keep this nice and happy. Okay, so out the timeout we come. We've got a different look from the offense. Dora Bogdan aligned right up over the centre. Blitz is coming in. Parker Edgerly at the back of the end zone, as we discussed. And that's a touchdown for the Amazons. They take the lead, 6-0. Parker
Clutch.
to Edgerly.
Clutch time to make it on 4th down.
Yeah, 4th and 3. Not the easiest down in the world.
You've stalled twice beforehand.
So this bunch formation that's been very popular today. Isolation, Edgerly now out on Phoebe on the back. The ball. Happy. Phoebe and Charlotte having a good chat after a good battle at the back of the end zone there. And we'll watch the turnover, as it's the same 5 all day for the Sacks. They're putting in a great shift with limited numbers.
So if they are interested, there is such a tournament called the Ironman Tournament that will be here in February.
And they can bring 2 more extra players.
They can actually bring more. Yeah.
Little pop off the front. There's Phoebe to Dora.
Short past the middle of the field, gaining about 7 yards. Is that Phoebe to Kessie again, is it?
Kessie number 73. McDonald at 4. Dora Bogdan out wide at 12. Interesting formation. 1 tight, 2 out wide. And see Phoebe there going through her reads. She decided that she wasn't keen on target number 1. Moved back, found the soft spot in the defense, and gained some yards. It is 4th down and about 6. So they
manageable.
They'll feel okay here. They'll feel happy enough here. Phoebe taking the play in from the sideline, trotting back into her huddle. We're going to do this, and this. Ooh. Nice. And that is Bruinvel's lovely communication there with our quarterback, just pointing, saying, there is an acre of space over here, and that's where I'm going. Phoebe adjusted her feet, threw the ball out. Bruinvel's, once she gets the ball in her hand, she is quick.
I would argue she's actually quick, even without the ball in her hands.
Well, that is also true. That is also true. So yeah, a good gain on 1st down there. It's going to give them 1st and goal from the 11. So
good chance to tie the game and take the lead.
And it is a lovely little handoff, and she was tackled maybe 2 yards shy.
Nah.
3 yards shy?
Nah.
4 yards shy.
Yeah. No. Just inside the 5.
4. Yeah, 4 yards shy, based on the referee's pacing for the blitz line.
That is Yubo, who has taken over a couple of the Grangemouth Phillies game day. And
he has.
If you've seen that, I don't know if I trust his counting. On the other field, it is a battle of the blue. You've got the Sheffield Giants in their sky blue and black, and then you've got Coventry Panthers in their tango blue and pink.
Yeah, 19-0 up. The Panthers with the ball over the Giants. They've jumped themselves out to a very comfortable lead. And I think after the disappointment of a semi-final, they will. This could get, the way things are going so far, it hasn't been a huge amount of resistance, so it could get ugly early on. Over on this pitch, we are out to 2nd down.
The thing is that we haven't spoken about today is that for the top 2 women in the UK, or top 2 women's teams in the UK, there is a place at Champions Bowl.
Yes.
So the East Kilbride Pirates and the Coventry Cougars have played themselves.
Oh, it's an interception. Schechter throws the interception over the middle of the field. It's in the end zone, so that will mean a first down to the Amazons from the 5-yard line. The Amazons player is too far away, and in that white and
I think
gold,
it was Charlotte Edgerly.
it's difficult to see the numbers. Scott thinks it's Charlotte Edgerly, so we'll note that down.
Generally, the tallest one in the field, probably her. But yes, the top two teams will play their way into an invite for Champions Bowl. But because of the quality of the British game, there are usually, or sometimes, an invite for the third place teams as well. So although the Panthers and the Giants are playing for a bronze medal, they are also potentially playing for that invite to Champions Bowl.
Yeah, so Champions Bowl, major tournament, hosted by usually the Split Seawolves. It has been the last couple of years. I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything if they've announced the venue yet for 2024.
I think their goal was to rotate it,
Yeah.
and it would be kind of traveling around. I think they are actually looking for host cities to host it. But yeah, I do not believe that they've actually kind of announced it as of yet. Okay, so we've got Panthers driving down the field once again. Natalie Parker taking the easy option, but just out of the reach of Debbie Wu, who puts her hand up, says, sorry, I stopped my route there. So here we go. That will bring up fourth down for Amazons, with 4 minutes remaining in the half. Okay, so once again they go to trusty Charlotte Edgerly.
They've given the first down there. Immediately my eyes went to the referee on the sideline.
Charlotte will be looking for her second can of Iron Brew and tea cake for the day.
Yeah, she's had a very, very good day in that London Amazons team.
I do feel like she has a very good day. Most of the times we see
Most
her.
days, yeah. And
that is a fantastic throw.
And it's a great
In a
scramble
window.
tackle.
Yeah.
It's a great scramble tackle.
A diving tackle from Phoebe Schechter once again. Okay, so here we go. So there we go. The Amazons on around about the 10.5-yard line after a big gain there. Takes the easy completion to Debbie Wu. And that is going to be called much shorter than I expected it to be. However, we're still inside probably the 2-yard line. Oh, and the pressure there from Kate Broomville on Charlotte Edgerly causes the ball just to bobble and fall out of her grasp. Okay, and there we've got the head judge saying that will bring up the 2-minute warning. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining, and this will be fourth down. And in the Battle of the Blue, the 2-minute warning is also just gone. So we are pretty synced up.
Charlotte Edgerly.
And once again, Charlotte Edgerly in this back corner is wide open. And Natalie Parker making no mistake in finding her once again. So that'll make the score 12-0. Amazons will feel like they have one hand on the plate, but that can always be snatched away.
Can be, especially with when you're against a team of this caliber in Saxon City. So incomplete there.
You
Across
know-
the middle. Target again was Edgerly. So remains 12-0 to the Amazons. Saxon the City will get the ball with
Just under. Actually,
under two. Well,
2 minutes. 'Cause I think it went. Oh no, did it go just before the touchdown, or was it on the XP?
good question.
Um,
Proper commentators would know the answer.
so here we go. Sachs looking to cut the deficit here with 2 minutes to play.
We've seen a lot of 2-minute scoring, and that's Kate Bruinvels. And I think that was potentially tapped out there by
I
the
think
defensive
that was
back.
fantastic
I think that was
coverage
unbelievable
and a great
defensive
play,
play.
from whatever number that is for the Amazons.
Yeah, unfortunately, we never ever got our names and numbers for the Amazons. So if you are in the comments and you know this team, number 46 for the Amazons, we would like her name, please.
Oh, that is fantastic discipline from Blitzer Zhao.
So good.
Following the ball, not overcommitting, and just tackling whichever one keeps it.
Yeah, did very well. Just to slow down, let the offense make a decision. Didn't dive in, and yeah, a loss.
Yeah, loss of yardage. you've got-
TFL.
Incomplete on first, loss of yardage on second. This brings up third and very long. And then an incomplete on third does not help you. This
No.
actually gives the Amazons a shot at extending their lead before
Yeah, didn't get the
halftime.
ball back before halftime.
We're speaking about Sachs cutting the deficit, but the Amazons could actually
We
make
have-
it worse.
I think I would love to know. I would love to go back and find out if we've seen more points in or out of a 2-minute warning today. there's been a lot of scoring around halftime.
You stat historians in the comments, let us know.
Yeah. So Phoebe Schechter in the shotgun. It goes sideways. So Phoebe can now run, and she's gonna. And unfortunately, tripped up there by the grass. Too fast for her own good. Takes her glove back.
Must be these split field turfs.
Don't think we have that problem over here. Turf or grass?
The other pitch looks as exciting as this one.
It's been a lot of movement, a lot of
A
shouting.
lot
over
of
there.
back and forth, a lot
Yeah.
of screaming.
Thanks, Jade. We're Anu DaCosta there was So that is good to know. Thank you very much. And the team we don't have numbers and names for, so got their names,
Jade's obviously
not their numbers. Jade
played
Archibald.
with a lot of these players in the past.
Yeah. Very talented quarterback. Saw her last year here for the
Hyde Park Renegades.
Hyde Park Renegades. And yeah, hopefully we'll be able to see her back playing again soon. So Amazons with the ball, driving towards us. Currently up 12-0. The Parker to Edgerly combination has been at the same high standard in this game as it has been
Every other game we've seen them.
throughout the other two games that we saw this year, so far today. And they come trotting out. Edgerly to slot. Debbie Wu, center. Parker, and quarterback. And it's a handoff. Clock burner. Tackle made. And the clock is running.
And timeout taken from Sachs, I believe.
Sacked in the City, timeout taken. That'll be their second timeout. They have none left.
No more opportunities to stop the clock.
So
probably not a great place for a child to be.
we have a runner in the end zone, a toddling. We will call it a toddling in the end zone.
We don't often get streakers.
Very small child has escaped from the stands, but has been collected by their guardian and looked after and returned to the stands as we watch Natalie Parker throw deep. And oh yes, all the way to the end zone.
Nah, I don't think so.
Ikeda.
I think it's close, but I think the Sacks.
There's a discussion about a potential shadow block here. I think the receiver slowed down as soon as the ball was caught. The touchdown is given. And yeah, no flag on the play.
So, 18-0. A healthy lead. And I think the referee is just explaining to the Sacks players how that wasn't shielding, at least in their opinion.
So, switch of blitz. The interception there by Schechter. You will get 2 points if you return a XP try. You'll get your extra 2 points. If you can return it all the way to the end zone, it is 50 yards of running for what is often considered to be not enough reward. But that is an incomplete pass. So we will... Oh, lovely. So we've just had an update from Chris, our roving pitchside reporter. Sheffield have scored. It's 19-7 in the other game. And the Panthers are back. Still in control of that game, still up 2 scores. And the Sacks are about to begin their offensive drive. Down 3 scores, very little time left.
I believe there was a bit of confusion between the referees there. One of them said it was 19-0, the other one said it was 18-0. We've got it as 18-0, and I do not believe I remember an XP.
No.
So.
Oh, what a sack.
That is close, but that is just outside.
It's just outside. The ball was definitely outside the end zone. Confidently popped down there by the referee. We're going to have about 2 feet. I know everything is done by yards in this game, but sometimes that's too big. So we're going to go 2 feet from the end zone. So the offense in. Defense will be looking to put the pressure on here. Look for something short and fast.
Whoa, that was
The
almost
attempt.
picked.
Kate Bruinvels da Costa there, putting the pressure on in coverage.
Anu once again. 3 seconds in the other game.
In the half, yeah. So 3 seconds in the half. The Panthers are in the shadow of their own end zone. So they'll be looking just to close this one out happily.
We are fortunate to have a number of talented photographers come and photograph some of these games. You've obviously got Mr. Flag Football Europe himself, Andy Keith.
Getty images of flag.
Getting more flag images. And you've got
Duncan. Oh, Da Costa on the tackle. She is playing exceedingly well. And that is halftime. So halftime score, Sacks 0, Amazons 18. Three interceptions in the game, 3 touchdowns in the game, and it's been a good one. It's been a good one so far, as the other game also goes to halftime. Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of good videographers and photographers here. We've got Andy Keith, obviously, from Andy Keith Photo, who you should definitely go give a follow on Instagram. We've also got Jenny from Her Route, who's creating some video content. So that is Her Route _, I think, on Instagram. She's already been posting some of the video content and highlights from today. So you should definitely go and give them a follow. And if we get the handles of anyone else out here today creating content, then please do give them a follow. Every little helps in the flag football community. And there are a couple of other photographers around, but I don't recognize them directly. But we'll try and catch up with them. And if they have public profiles for you to follow along with, we will make sure that you can see all of the images from today. And obviously give us a follow on the Way We HNC It. We're working obviously with Andy and then Tree and Tom and Scott and myself, and we're looking to bring you the best coverage that we possibly can of the day. So over the next couple of weeks, we'll be showing you highlights, interviews, and analysis from today. So I'm just like that. I'm being shown the profile for one of the other amazing photographers today. So Duncombe Sports Photography. That's DUNCOLM space sports photography, or duncombe.co.uk on the internet. If you want to go old school and have a website, you'll be able to catch a bunch of images from there today. Duncombe Sports Photography.
Okay, we are just about ready to get back underway in this plate final between London Amazons and Sacks in the city. With Sacks taking over on offense first, looking to get a good drive so they can kick off with their comeback.
Yeah, an opening drive touchdown would definitely change the game
For either team. There's only 24 hours in a day. Okay, so a good gain for Sacks by a run up the middle from Kate, I believe that was. And Sacks looking to move up the field and score some points. And they might do that all in the Warner with a big play to Kate Broomville and a tackle by Akida again.
Yeah, someone else.
They may give up the big play occasionally, but they definitely make up for it with quick tackling.
Oh, their like scramble defending is very, very good. There's no slowing down when you think they've been beaten over the top. Kate had to slow in her route there to make sure she corralled the ball. I gave Akeda enough time to catch up. So
you may beat them once, but you're definitely not beating them twice.
Isolated on Edgerly. Kate Broomville, who just had that big play. Good on good. But that is open in the middle, and it's intercepted. She can return that for 2, but the tackle is made in the end zone. No, she can't. That was an actual pick.
That was a pick. She got tackled just short of the end zone, and
I got overexcited.
That is a turnover from the pick. That's huge.
That's a momentum killer right there. Big play. Feel like you're doing all good, getting back into it, and now Natalie Parker strolls back onto the field. Little shoulder roll. And,
now, how big does that tackle look for Makeda?
Oh, massive. That's why, kids, you always chase until the very end.
You may think, yeah, they've got 4 goals from the 2-yard line. They'll probably get it, unless they pick it. So Natalie Parker once again.
Feeling it. Ooh, with a bit of a bobble. Could have gone back the other way, but safe hands gets them back out. Gets them 4 or 5 yards further on. And, gets them out the shadow of their own... their own end zone. Charlotte Edgerly.
Okay. So we've just had a bit of a turn of momentum in the other game. The Giants picking the ball, and then stalling slightly on offense. So they have corralled the Panthers.
Still a good crowd in here tonight. Looking forward to the final. We'll be bringing you that at the conclusion of this plate final. The national championship game will stand alone in the darkness of Motherwell. It will be the only game on as we broadcast. As Parker looks over the middle, and that's a lovely pitch and catch. And the tackle was made by Phoebe again. Good scramble defending when the attacker got behind her, but
You are
pretty
making a
solid.
last-ditch tackle there, aren't you?
Big gain there and tackled on the 2.
Yeah, seems it. I'll give you that one.
So Amazons here seeking to press home their advantage. 18. Oh, bounced off of Hedgerly's shoulder. There's a whole group of Saxon City players there, so I think Natalie Parker will be happy to see that one land on the beautifully manicured rubber crumb.
After that shoulder roll. After that shoulder roll coming back on the offense, the ball jumps off that shoulder and thankfully into the unsuspecting turf. Oh,
Not
Charlotte.
something we've seen from Charlotte today.
Charlotte Edgerly, wide open, ball in hands, ball on turf. That is, the ball did come in pretty hot out the break, but it's still something that I think Charlotte would be expecting to catch.
Third down from the 2. Good defensive stand so far. They had a good one and a lucky one.
If Sax are managed to come out of this without letting in any more scores, they will be delighted.
Blocking the blitz there.
I think that was on Phoebe, to be honest. It was her own player. Shoulder to shoulder with Phoebe and Kate.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, well, the referees are not interested, in my opinion. So we'll continue on the way. As if I said nothing. 4th down. So we just saw the Sacs feel like they had pretty solid momentum, and then that pick took it away from them. A 4th down stand from 2 yards away would certainly make them feel pretty good about themselves. Obviously, the clock is running, and there are 3 scores down, but can't be too unhappy with this. Parker's looking, and the ball goes to the ground. Great coverage there. There was a lot of movement going on.
Yep.
Sacs defense did so well there with the 5th person held back.
You always say you
off.
can only cover for so long. However, that was long enough.
Covered for long enough. Remains 18-0, but Sacs are going to get the ball and drive towards us, looking for a score to get back into it.
Okay, so we've got momentum turners on both sides of the ball here. Defensive stands, offensive stalls. And once again, Zhao, the blitzer, has been disciplined and contained and will just tackle whoever keeps the ball. She is not being fooled by that RPO.
We have a safety in the other game.
Okay.
Panthers blitzer there, turning the ball over. As we see, good play there for the Sacs offense at the same time. So over the middle, in and out the hands.
Megan McDonald used to batting the ball down all day, forgetting she's on offense and batting it out the air.
Good coverage there. What's been interesting about this game is there's definitely gaps. Right, there's definitely gaps. The defenses are covering well, so we're not getting the massive plays here in this second half, but they are there. Probably a couple of completions away from kind of an explosion of offense.
If you told me this game was 24-26, I would easily believe you. If all of the big catches were on, then I think it'd be pretty easy to figure out.
Out in the flat, just short. But McDonald, safe hands on that one. And,
Diving catch for the ball.
Oh, they've called it just short.
I think that's correct.
So that is a turnover on downs.
Oh, that is a mistake from Phoebe Schechter. You need to be able to push the ball past that sticks, especially if your receivers are running away from you. You can't have them come back and catch it and still be short. If anything, they need to go down over the line to gain. Okay, so I believe this is another change at blitz. Is that Dora now blitzing? Good crash and tackle from Phoebe there. An experienced defensive player, so we'd expect kind of nothing less. But that was a very, very early crash from Phoebe when there was a flood concept on the right-hand side there. So if the QB was to pull that ball back, the fly would have been wide open over the top. A very patient play from Natalie Parker there. Waiting for that receiver's kind of cut to break open, getting past the DB, and completing the pass for the first down. So this looks like we will have Amazons with first and goal, and it will be the longest field that you could possibly have. Because I think the ball may have just crossed.
Yeah, I think the referees are genuinely lined up on the cones. So
there we go. That's a wee bit of space. Probably a gain of 5-6 yards. Efficient offense.
yeah, I've been like we've seen them. This is obviously the third game we've seen them today, and they know when to take a shot. Like they're not panicking.
Nope.
They're taking a lot of short stuff, and then every now and then, a couple of players will maybe go deep. And
I don't think we've seen
Parker's
much.
feeling it.
Yeah,
so take it.
I don't think we've seen much in the way of kind of medium completions from the Amazons. It always seems to be kind of within 5 yards or deep down the field. You've always got slants, hitches, or bombs.
Yeah, they do like a post route.
Love a post route. Don't we all?
We all love a post
Don't
route,
we
to be
all?
fair. Does make you feel like an absolute boss streaking down the middle of the field on a post route.
You know fine well, if you pass that safety, you are open.
Keep going. Don't stop.
Again, just taking the easy completions where they're there.
They're going to be just short. We've not seen, I don't know if it's in their playbook, we've not seen
A run?
Natalie Parker run.
No, we haven't.
Which is unusual in this game. Normally most teams will actually have the, will have that in their playbook. They're not going to get to use it here though, because they are inside the no-run zone.
So they may have it in their playbook, we just haven't seen it yet.
Haven't seen it yet today. They've obviously not felt like they need it.
Or maybe Natalie's more of a Tom Brady type.
Change on the defensive alignment. And it's that little corner route. Touchdown, Natalie Parker. Feeling it as she fist bumps towards the sideline. High fives for the receiver. And we are out to 24-0 to the London Amazons, who will be starting to feel... They'll be starting to feel like, after the disappointment of last year, that they will be taking some silverware back home on the flight.
I think they drive.
Oh,
So that is a 25-0 lead that they've got. We've seen some comebacks in the game, but I think this may be 1 or 25 steps too far. Okay, Sacks take over, looking to get whatever they can from this game now. Potentially trying some new plays, trying some trick plays potentially, seeing
get themselves on the highlight reel.
see what they can do. Yeah, Maybe just have some fun with this last few minutes of your season.
Oh, that little pop forward. There's a flag come in.
That looks like it's probably going to be shielding on the offense, with the wide left receiver running a slant straight into the area of the defense.
That little pop was so smooth, though. So smooth. I know it's not a big play or a bomb or breaking tackles, but like that little action of like take the snap, pop it forward, caught by the player in motion. It's like a hard thing to do, you know, to get those three players in sync. And yeah, it looks like we're going to march back 2.5 yards on the offense, but for the purists among us, that was nice.
The play may not have counted, but at least we've seen it.
Exactly.
Okay, so
Getting the yards back.
Yep, so that'll be us on second down. Oh, well, depending on what they've called, it might be third. Sacks still seem pretty happy with taking the shorter yardage, not kind of going for it all or going for too much on the next couple of plays. That snap's slightly too high, messing up the timing for that run option. But Amazon's not too worried, letting Kate catch the ball, making the tackle pretty quickly.
Over on the other pitch, we are out to 25-7 to the Coventry Panthers, and they have the ball. They've just got the ball back. They are looking very, very comfortable and will be feeling pretty confident at taking home a bronze medal.
I imagine they'd be pretty peeved with their last game.
Yeah, it's always disappointing to lose a semi-final after such a great season that they've had. But yeah, they're putting in they haven't let that affect them too much. They look like they're having fun out there. They've put in an excellent performance here. They have controlled the game every time I've managed to look over. They're doing something useful.
Except right now.
I have cursed
Except right now. Head coach of the Coventry Panthers, you can expect your apology in the post from Besbury. That was most certainly the commentator's curse.
Commentator's curse there. So a pick six thrown to Marta, who has returned it. So yeah, that'll make it 25-13 to the Panthers with an extra point attempt still to come.
Bez, if you want to say that the Panthers have most certainly won this game, I will be putting my money on the Giants. Thank you very much. So over on this field, it looks like that will be a 7-second violation, which will cause a turnover and downs. And Amazons will take over with 4 minutes remaining.
It also looks like Sheffield kept their defense on the pitch for the extra point.
Which
has been accepted.
Love it.
The extra point has been converted.
Yep. Okay. So Coventry Panthers playing pretty well. Their second year in the league, and they've went from being kind of middle of the pack in playoffs to obviously coming in second seed, only losing one game all year. Maybe they didn't.
I don't think
Maybe they just missed out on playoffs.
I think they did.
Obviously, their quarterback changed this year. I think this is the first year with Alice at quarterback, and that seems to have spurred them on.
Sparked them.
Yeah.
To become they only lost their one game of the year, and that was a heart palpitation-inducing game with the East Kilbride Pirates. It was a 1-point game. They had a tie as well.
I think East Kilbride scored in the last play of the game.
And we are chucking it deep, and that's...
Oh wow! Lord.
The cheers from the sideline let you know. What a catch there by the receiver in traffic.
Was fantastic.
Natalie Parker chucking it into places that I'm not sure if this was a one-score game you would be chucking it. But just there has been some excellent play today. It's been an absolute pleasure to watch. Yeah. The Amazons 25-0 up, looking to... I don't even know if they need a cherry on top. This would just be a cherry on top of the cherry. Maybe some icing sugar, a dusting on your mince pie.
A very shiny plate cherry.
But just taking the time, Good tackle there. I think that was Megan McDonald.
Megan McDonald. Megan with 2 ends.
Oh.
Ooh. Looks like she has hurt her finger. Or hand. But nevertheless, she made the tackle. Well, she has to. Unless they want to go 4 players. 4 players on the field, 4 on her back. I think we will have a quick injury timeout to make sure that she is able to carry on. It was a fantastic tackle either way. Okay. So over on the other field, we do have the 2-minute warning with Coventry Panthers in possession of the football and pretty comfortably ahead in the lead.
Careful.
And
Sheffield
Giants
sack.
have just sacked. Okay, but I think that doesn't make too much difference because it's still inside the 2 minutes with a 2-score game there. We've taken the decision to not criticize or praise either team in case it's our fault. Okay, so we're obviously taking slightly more time on this injury timeout than we usually would because if Sacks have to substitute, they are down to 4.
They are down to 4. There are 4 on defense. I think Megan has been told by the referee that she is not allowed back on for a play.
I guess it's not a... If this was a 1-score game, you'd be more annoyed.
Yeah, for sure. So, we have someone in the backfield. Could this be a run?
I don't believe so.
No,
it is
it's
not.
a fake. And it's a strike. Absolutely.
A dart into the gut and an immediate tackle by Phoebe.
Yeah. So
a fantastic throw and catch on the other field. Which, unfortunately, I do believe it is too little too late. However, Sheffield Giants will be happier going home, knowing they've played pretty well most of the day.
yeah, and
that's one more to add on.
Yeah, that's it.
And they will be going for 1. So that'll be going to 31-0. I feel like Sacks with 4 current players, 5 throughout the day, this may have been a game too far for them. That's a new one, I think.
Lovely. Lovely little concept. Much easier when there's only 4 defenders. That middle zone is going to be even wider open than it would be without a blitzer on your face.
Even though it is now 32-0, Amazon's still celebrating like it's their first score. They are loving their football.
I think they're about to win their first piece of silverware, so we'll let them celebrate. So coming up after this, we'll probably take a 5-10 minute break and we will prepare ourselves for the national championship game between the East Kilbride Pirates, the number 1 seed, and the Coventry Cougars, the number 3 seed. We're coming to you live from Ravenscraig in Motherwell. So
Another pop forward pass. This time the receiver on the outside making sure she does not move.
You stand still. And yeah, Saxon City back up to their full complement of 5 players on the team and on the pitch. And signal the clock is running. And we'll get towards the end of this game. See if Sax can get a score as they take a timeout. One minute and 12 seconds remaining in this game.
I believe it's 25-14 to Panthers still.
Yeah, no change in score over there, despite some big plays. They seem to be in the 2-minute warning, I think, or maybe a timeout.
Sheffield still seem in good spirits. I think that was Tanya dancing her way across the field there.
They seem pretty happy. So, coach coming into the Amazons saying, "Get your shot out. if you can shot out in a plate final, take the shot out." But I don't think there's any need to worry. A minute and 12 seconds left. We're not coming back from this one.
Okay.
1:21 to play. Called by U-Boat.
The last 1 minute, 21 seconds of your 2023 season.
And it's Anu again on the tackle. That was right on halfway. They have
And it's just short.
just shy, so we're going to get one more down at least to continue moving along. And that's just a quick pitch. And the
No
flag,
flags
the hands move towards the flag, but we're saying no, just a coming together.
Yeah. Flag football's a non-contact sport, but there can be contact where necessary.
It's a non-contact sport, but we do advise mouth guards. So, moving on. A little wave from Neil, the referee there, back judge. So the clock stops for the first down.
Neil is a very successful youth coach.
Very successful youth coach.
Yeah, with the South Coast Spitfires being numerous times.
Phoebe can run if she wants. She wants to. She makes a couple miss. The tackle is eventually made
by the blitzer once again, I believe.
The timeout.
The amount of times that we've seen a play made from someone that has passed the play and made their way back.
I think it was actually Oliveira on the far left-hand side.
But the play was past her,
Oh.
and she made her way back and made the tackle.
A lot of scramble coverage.
The work rate from this Amazons team in full have been exceptional. But we will see a couple more plays to end this plate final, with Sax having the ball on the 9-yard line and second down. So we will see them have a good shot at getting their first points on the board and going away with the last score of the game. Okay, so here we go. We've got the 5 of Saxon City with Kate on the outside trying not to move. I think that was almost like a longest yard play right there. Seeing if they could catch the defense off guard without noticing them. Oh. And Phoebe throwing to try and find Megan McDonald in the back corner. But the coverage was excellent and the play falls incomplete. I do believe if Phoebe waited a second longer, she would have had Kate coming across the front pretty wide open. But with a blitz in your face, it's not always as easy to wait an extra second. So here we go. We'll have third down for Saxon City from the 9 yards still. in a unconventional bunch formation, but Phoebe obviously gets the pop pass back from her slot, and she can run, and she will run, in for the score, getting Saxon City's first points on the board. So that'll make the score 32-6. The Amazons' defense playing well all day. I don't think the coach is going to be too fussed about letting in one score. Sax will go for 2, just because they can get a couple more points on the board before the game finishes. Here we go. Amazons ready. The blitz prepared. Sax pretty chilled, walking away from the huddle.
Pretty chilled. Edgerly Cox to Costa.
I think we're going to see the very same play again.
Outside. Oh, in and out of the ground. There was a bit of miscommunication on the snap there.
So Phoebe seemed to think that she wanted the ball on 1, but the centre and everyone else, to be fair, were expecting it on 2. So the quarterback's not usually wrong with cadence, however. That's either exceptionally coached receivers to go on the ball, or it was on 2 and Phoebe forgot.
I mean, that's what you want. You want people to move when the ball moves. So we're in a tight bunch formation for the Amazons. Next to no time left. Taking the knee. The clock is going to run.
Phoebe says to the referee, just end it.
Just
the
end
game's
it.
done.
32-6. A nice insurance score there. Nope, not insurance. Consolation score there at the end for Saxon City on a fantastic individual play by Phoebe. But it is the London Amazons who, after falling a couple points short last year, run out the plate champions. We'll see them later for the presentation. Over on the other pitch, we are finished 27-14 to the Coventry Panthers, who will finish in 3rd place in the Women's Flag Football League this year. Tremendous accomplishment for them. Sheffield Giants will drop into 4th position, and it is now time for the final accolade, which is for Scott McDonald to name the Way We HNC It Plate Final MVP.
I genuinely think this may be the easiest one of the day, because this player played exceptionally and was pretty flawless throughout the day. So there's not much more needed than that. I think it's obvious that it should go to Natalie Parker, the QB of the Amazons.
Yeah, absolutely. 32 points put up by her offense. And she's played well all day. So congratulations to Natalie. We will be back very soon for the WFFL National Championship game. We're going to take a quick break. See you very, very soon.